Hello students of standard 10 and welcome to the new video of chapter 10. So this is the second part of this chapter. So if you didn't watch the first part, then first please watch that part and then come and watch this part. Okay, so now in this topic we will study about image formation by spherical mirrors. Okay, and there are two spherical mirrors. One is concave mirror and second is convex mirror. So we will study about the image formation in both of these mirrors. You have studied about the image formation by plane mirrors. ठीक है, plane mirrors you have studied that image is formed virtual, erect, same size and laterally inverted and same distance of in plane mirror. Now you also know the nature, position and relative size of the images formed by them. How about the images formed by spherical mirrors? How can we locate the image formed by a concave mirror for different positions of the object? Are the images real or virtual? Are they enlarged, diminished or have the same size? We shall explore this with an activity. So activity 10.3. You have already learnt a way of determining the focal length of the concave mirror. Okay, focal length, you all know that the distance between focal point F and pole P is called focal length. In activity 10.2 you have seen that the sharp bright spot of light you got on the paper is in fact the image of the sun. It was a tiny, real and inverted image. You got the approximate focal length of the concave mirror by measuring the distance of the image from the mirror. Now take a concave mirror, find out its approximate focal length in the way described above. So how can you find? You will place rays which are parallel to the principal axis and they will meet at one point. So you just have to mark that point and measure the distance between that point and pole P. That will be your focal length. Note down its value of focal length. You can also find it out by obtaining image of a distant object on a sheet of paper. Mark a line on a table with a chalk. Place the concave mirror on a stand. Place the stand over the line such that its pole lies over the line. Draw with a chalk two more lines parallel to the previous line such that the distance between any two successive lines is equal to the focal length of the mirror. So basically आपको एक टेबल पे सब कुछ मार्क करना है कि इसका पोल कौन सा है, फोकल पॉइंट कौन सा है, सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर कौन सा है, ये सब कुछ आपको एक टेबल पे मार्क करना है. नाउ कीप अ ब्राइट ऑब्जेक्ट, से अ बर्निंग कैंडल, एट अ पोजिशन फार बियॉन्ड सी. Place a paper screen and move it in front of the mirror till you obtain a sharp bright image of the candle flame on it. Observe the image carefully. Note down its nature, position and relative size with respect to the object size. Repeat this activity by placing candle beyond point C, at C, between F and C, at F and between P and F. In one of the cases you may not get the image on the screen. Identify the position of the object in such a case, then look for its virtual image in the mirror itself. Note down and tabulate your observations. Okay, so आपके सारे observations इस टेबल में है कि जब आप इमेज को कहाँ कहाँ पुट करेंगे तो ये आपको पोजीशन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट में दिया है. देन जब आप वहाँ पुट करेंगे तब आपको इमेज की पोजीशन कौन सी मिलेगी वो भी यहाँ पे बताया है और उसकी साइज़ कितनी होगी वो भी है और उसका नेचर कौन सा है वो भी है. ये सारा कैंडल का आप लोगों ने इसमें टेबल में आपको दिया हुआ है. ठीक है, सो देखो कैंडल का एक्सपेरिमेंट ऐसे होता है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आपका कॉनकेव मिरर लगाया है, यहाँ पे आपकी कैंडल रखी है और इसका जो रे है वो ये पीछे पेपर लगा है. ठीक है, ये पूरा एक शीट है, शीट ऑफ पेपर, जहाँ पे आपको उसकी इमेज मिलेगी. तो इसमें आपका सारा एक्सपेरिमेंट होता है. ठीक है, अब साइंस में तो हम लोग ये पूरा ड्रॉ नहीं कर सकते, तो इसको ड्रॉ करने के लिए हम लोग रे डायग्राम्स यूज़ करते हैं. You will see in the above activity that the nature, position and size of the image formed by a concave mirror depends on the position of the object in relationship to the P, F and C. ठीक है, ऑब्जेक्ट आपने कहाँ पे रखा है, सी से दूर है, सी पर है, सी एंड एफ के बीच है, एफ एंड पी के बीच है, ऑब्जेक्ट कहाँ है, उसकी वजह से, उसके डिस्टेंस की वजह से आपकी जो इमेज होगी वो इमेज आपकी डिसाइड होगी. The image form is real for some position of the object. It is found to be virtual image for a certain other position. The image is magnified, reduced, or as the same size depending on the position of the object. A summary of these observations is given for your reference in table 10.1. ठीक है, आपको जो भी डिस्टेंस इन्होंने कहा था वो डिस्टेंस पे जैसे आप कैंडल पे पुट करोगे, फॉर एग्जांपल एट एफ पुट करोगे तो आपको डिस्टेंस इनफाइनाइट पे आपकी इमेज मिलेगी, बहुत ही आपको एनलार्ज मिलेगी और रियल और वर्चुअल मिलेगी. ठीक है, ऐसे आपको सबकी आपकी कैंडल की इमेज मिलेगी. नाउ इन साइंस वी आर नॉट show this kind of images in the form of candle and in the form of that mirror which just I shown you. So we use ray diagrams. Okay, so now we will study that how can we draw the ray diagrams in the spherical mirrors to obtain the image and represent the image. We can also study the formation of images by spherical mirrors by drawing ray diagrams. Consider an extended object, finite size, placed in front of spherical mirror. Each small position of the extended object act like a point source. An infinite number of rays originate from each of these points. To construct the ray diagrams in order to locate the image of the object, an arbitrary large number of rays emanating from a point could be considered. However, it is more convenient to consider only two rays for the sake of clarity of the ray diagram. These rays are so chosen that it is easily to know and their directions after reflection from the mirror. For example, ये हमारा एक कॉन्केव मिरर है. ठीक है, ये कॉन्केव मिरर में हम लोग यहाँ पे एक अपना ऑब्जेक्ट प्लेस करेंगे तो ऑब्जेक्ट में यहाँ से रे निकलेगा, यहाँ से रे निकलेगा, यहाँ से निकलेगा, यहाँ से निकलेगा, यहाँ से निकलेगा, पूरी लाइन में जितनी ऑब्जेक्ट की हाइट होगी वहाँ से सभी में से रे निकलेगा. ठीक है, लेकिन हम इसको ड्रॉ करने के लिए सिर्फ एक ही पॉइंट काउंट करेंगे, वो है उसका टॉप पॉइंट. ठीक है, उसके टॉप पॉइंट में से हम लोग टू रेस निकालेंगे और वो जो टू रेस होंगे वही टू रेस हमारा पूरा रे डायग्राम शो करेंगे. तो इसमें आपको यहाँ से सभी रे डायग्राम निकालने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, सिर्फ आपको दो रेस ही निकालने हैं. ठीक है, रे डायग्राम में. सो द intersection of the least two reflected rays give the position of image of the point object. Any two of the following rays can be considered for locating the image. ठीक है, आप लोग कोई भी दो रेस ले सकते हैं. So before doing the ray diagram, there are some rules of rays that when ray passing parallel to principal axis, inclined to principal axis, then what kind of effect, what kind of reflection they will do, which way they will travel, they are well decided. So before drawing the ray diagrams, there are four rules which we have to study. So first rule says that a ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection will pass throughout the principal focus in case of a concave mirror or appear to diverge from the principal focus in case of a convex mirror. Okay, so this is illustrated in figure 10.3 A and B. So if your mirror will be concave, this is your principal axis. Okay, and the ray from infinite distance or any point passes here, it is parallel to principal axis. Okay, this distance will be same. So after reflection it will pass from the focus F, it will pass from the point F. Okay, and if your lens will be convex mirror, then that same ray will diverge in this way. But when we extend this point in the backward side, then it will also meet at focal point F. Okay, so this is the first law. Remember that. See in this figure also, when the point principal parallel to principal axis ray pass, it will pass from point F, and this ray it will diverge, and when we extend, then it will meet at focal point F. Now second, a ray passing throughout the principal focus of a concave mirror or a ray which is directed towards the principal focus of a convex mirror after reflection will emerge parallel to the principal axis. This is illustrated in figure 10.4. Okay, so yes, this is our focus point F. Okay, it should be right below, but due to understand I write F just above. So when ray pass from the focal point F, then after reflection it will pass to the parallel of the principal axis. Okay, in the case of convex mirror, concave mirror. And second, when our mirror is convex, then then what happened, this is your F. So your ray will be like this, and after reflection it will go this. So this will be your ray's direction in convex mirror. Okay, it will come here, then it will go here parallel to principal axis. Same way here, it will pass from F and go to parallel to principal axis, and it will be coming here and it will passing to the parallel to the principal axis. Okay, now third, a ray passing throughout the center of the curvature of the concave mirror or directed in the direction of the center of curvature of a convex mirror after reflection is reflected back along the same path. This is illustrated in figure 10.5a and b. The light rays come back along the same path because the incident ray fall on the mirror along the normal to the reflecting surface. Okay, so this is your concave mirror. Okay, yes, like this. So this is F, this is C. Now when your ray passing from the center of curvature in this direction, after reflection it will again go back to the same direction. ठीक है, वही डायरेक्शन में वो वापस जाएगा. ये हो गया आपका कॉनकेव मिरर. एंड नाउ इन द कॉन्वेक्स मिरर सेम थिंग, इसका C यहाँ पे होगा. सो ये यहाँ पे ऐसे आएगा, देन इट विल रिफ्लेक्ट बैक इन द सेम पाथ. ठीक है, सेम पाथ में वो वापस रिफ्लेक्ट होगा लाइक दिस. यहाँ से आया और सेम यहीं से गया, यहाँ से आया और सेम यहाँ से गया. ठीक है, दिस इज योर थर्ड लॉ. फोर्थ, a ray incident obliquely to the principal axis towards a point P on the concave mirror P, which is the pole of the mirror, or a convex mirror is reflected obliquely. The incident and reflected rays follow the laws of reflection at the point of incidence, making equal angles with the principal axis. Okay, so in this case, this is our concave mirror, this is our P pole. So here in come, here it will go this, and this will be your incident ray I, and that is your angle of reflection R. Okay, and in the case of convex mirror it will be same. This is incident ray and this is reflected ray. This is angle of incidence, this is angle of reflection. Okay, same here, you can see that this ray is incident, this is reflected, this ray is incident, this is reflected ray. Okay, so we have studied 4 laws. Okay, so please remember these 4 laws. This is first law, when parallel to principal axis it will pass from focal point F. When it will inclinedly pass from focal point F, then after reflection it will travel parallel to the principal axis. Then when it pass from the center of curvature C, it will again reflect back at a same direction. And when it will pass from the pole P, then incident and reflected angle will be same. So by using these 4 laws, we will plot ray diagrams of different objects. Remember that in all the above cases, the laws of reflection are followed. At the point of incidence, the incident ray is reflected in such a way that the angle of reflection equals to the angle of incidence. image formation by concave mirror. Figure 10.7 illustrates the ray diagrams for the formation of image by a concave mirror for various positions of the object. Okay. Yes. So first we will draw the ray diagram. You just remember this table. This table is most important. So remember this whole table. Okay, this is very important table. So first we will draw the ray diagram when we plot the image at an infinite distance. Okay, so no need to draw, you have already studied this diagram. Look at this figure. Okay, this is the first ray diagram. When you place your object at infinite distance, then all the rays will be parallel to the principal axis. This is first ray, this is second ray, and this is third ray. Okay, so this ray will be parallel to the principal axis. So according to the first law, it will pass from the focus point F. This ray is also parallel to the principal axis, so it is also pass from the focal point F. This is passing from C and F, and it is same in the principal axis, so it will again reflect back in the same direction. Okay, thus all these three points will be meet at one point, which is our focal point F. Okay, so we will get image at F. Which kind of image we will get? So that answer is here. Position will be infinite. Okay, as you see, position is infinite. Formation of image, we see that all rays are meet at focal point F. Then highly diminished and point size. Okay, that image will be very small, and nature of image will be real and inverted. That image will be really actually meet, and it will be inverted, means ulti. That image will be inverted. Now let's come to the second case. When we put our image beyond point C. Okay, मतलब C से थोड़ा दूर, हम अपनी जो इमेज है, ऑब्जेक्ट है, ऑब्जेक्ट को C से थोड़ा दूर प्लेस करेंगे, तो उसका रे डायग्राम ये हो गया. देखो, दैट इज अवर इमेज. ओके, ए बी इज अवर इमेज. वी पुट इट little bit far from the point C. So there will be again three rays. First ray is this parallel to principal axis, which will be passed from the focal point F. Then second will be passing from the point C, and according to the third law, same, it will be reflect and come in the same direction. This is its direction. Okay, and third ray is this by this direction, and it will come into this direction. Okay, so we have to mark these 3 points. This third ray will not be considered. Okay, we will just see these 2 points, and these 2 rays are meet at this point. So draw, this is the top point. Okay, because these 2 rays are coming from the top of this arrow. So this is your arrow, and our image will be like this, b dash a dash. It will be inverted. Okay, so now see, the position of the image is between C and F. Okay, it is inverted. This is higher height, and this is less, so it is smaller than the object. Now come to this table. Yes, C, beyond C, this is our case. So we will get image at F and C. It is very small, and it is real and inverted. Okay, now come to the third case. When we place our object exactly at C, this is the, yes, this is its diagram. When we place our object AB exactly at point C, so first ray will pass from here, it will come from point F. Second ray will pass from F. See the second rule, the inclined ray will pass from the focal point F, then it will pass from the parallel to the principal axis. So this ray will be passed like this. So this both rays, this and this, both rays are meet at point this. So our image will be like this. Okay, this is our object, and this will be our image, and this both we get at the same point, which is at C. Okay, and this will be the same size. This and this both height are same. only this is inverted image. Okay, so now let's see the table. Yes, at C, okay, when we put our object at point C, we will get image also at C. Image will be same size and image is real and inverted. Okay, now let's come to the fourth, between C and F. Yes, here. Okay, it is between, this image is between C and F, as you can see here. Okay, so first ray will pass parallel to principal axis, then it will pass from focal point F, then it will be like here, and it will pass from C, same size, here, then here and here, same way, so they will meet here. So this is our image. Okay, as you can see that the size of the image is more than our object's height. Our object's height is comparatively smaller than this, so image will be bigger, image will be inverted. Rays are actually meeting at a point, so it is real also, and its position is beyond C. This is slightly beyond C. Okay, so yes, between C and F, when we put our object, we will get our image beyond C. It is enlarged. Okay, it is large, bigger, and real and inverted. If rays are actually meeting, then it is called real, and if rays are not meeting, but when we extend that rays as a dot lines and then it meet, then that image is called virtual image. We will study that virtual image in the last case. So now next we will place our image at point F. Okay, when we put our object here, first ray principal parallel to principal axis, it will pass from focal point F, and when we, this is second ray, it will pass from C. Okay, so this ray will meet at a very long distance, at infinite. We cannot consider or measure that distance. So position of the object at F, image will be at infinite, size of the image, size will be highly enlarged, image will be very large, and again real and inverted. Okay, now last position, which is between P and F. Yes, this is the special case. Okay, so you need to remember this. Now our object is placed between F and pole P, so this will follow the fourth law, this, like this diagram, this, so incident and reflected ray both will be equal, and same in the point C. So when we extend these two rays, okay, first ray here and second ray here, then we will get our image. So this will be bigger image, but it is virtual image, means these two are diverging. This ray is going here and this ray is going here, so they will not meet at this side. So it will meet when we extend it in the backward side of a concave mirror, then and then only it will meet. So this will form virtual image. Okay, not real, because rays are not really meet. So the size is between P and F, behind the mirror. See, position is behind the mirror, not at a fixed point. The image will be enlarged and the image will be virtual and erect. See, erect means straight, सीधी, जैसे इमेज हमें ऑब्जेक्ट रखा गया है वैसे ही मिल रही है. देखो यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे, बाकी सब में हमें इमेज उल्टी मिल रही है, इन्वर्टेड. ओके, बट ओनली इन दिस केस वी विल गेट द इमेज एज virtual and erect. So these are the 6 ray diagrams of your concave mirror. ठीक है, और ये 6 की 6 पोजीशन का आपका टेबल में आपको दिया है. नोटिस वन थिंग दैट व्हेन वी change our object to the right direction. Okay, first it is infinite, second it beyond C, then between C and F, then at F, then F and P. So our object is going to right side. You will see that image is going to the left side. See, first we will get image at point F. Now in second case we will get at F and C, so it moves to the left side. In third case we get at C, it is again move, then beyond C, and then infinite. So object moves right side, image moves left side. And also size of the image, object size will be same, but image size will be gradually increasing. First it is point size, then it is smaller, then at point C it becomes equal, then here it becomes larger, here it becomes infinite and very larger, and here is also it is larger. Okay, so image become larger. So remember these points, and these ray diagrams are very important. Draw a neat ray diagram of each position of the object shown in table 10.1. You may take any two of the rays mentioned in the previous section for locating the image. Compare your diagram with those given in figure 10.7. Describe the nature, position, relative size of the image form in each case and tabulate the results in a convenient format. Now, uses of concave mirrors. These mirrors were used. Concave mirrors are commonly used in torches, searchlight, vehicle headlights to get a powerful parallel beam of light. They are often used as shaving mirrors to see a larger image of the face. The dentist use concave mirrors to see large images of the teeth of patients. Large concave mirrors are used to concentrate sunlight to produce heat in सोलर फर्नेसिस. ओके, सो कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट को आपको अगर एनलार्ज देखना हो, मैग्नीफाई करके देखना हो, एट दैट टाइम यू हैव टू यूज़ कॉन्केव मिरर्स. एंड जो सोलर हीटर होता है, सोलर फर्नेसिस, उसमें वो लोग फर्स्ट केस का यूज़ करते हैं और सन की रेस को एक पॉइंट ऊपर मीट करते हैं. सो इस पॉइंट पे ज़्यादा हीट हो जाएगी और आपका ये जो पॉइंट है वो जिसको हीट की ज़्यादा रिक्वायरमेंट है वो वहाँ पे हम हीट को कॉन्सेंट्रेट कर सकते हैं. ओके, नाउ let's see the image formation by convex mirror. Okay, we have studied concave mirror. Second type of mirror is convex mirror. There are only two diagrams of convex mirror, so they are very easy, not 6 diagrams like concave mirror. We see the image formation by a concave mirror. Now we shall study the formation of image by a convex mirror. So same, take a convex mirror, hold it in one hand, hold a pencil in the position in the other hand. This activity, yes. We consider two positions of the object for studying the image formed by a convex mirror. First is when the object is at infinite distance, and second position is when object is at finite distance from the mirror. इसमें हम लोग सिर्फ दो डिस्टेंस ही कवर करेंगे. इसमें ऐसे मेंशन नहीं है कि आपका जो ऑब्जेक्ट है वो एट एफ है, एट सी है, ऐसा कोई मेंशन नहीं है. दो ही केस है, एक तो इनफाइनाइट पोजीशन पे है और एक फाइनाइट पोजीशन पे है. सो फाइनाइट में एग्जैक्ट कौन सी जगह है ये आपको मेंशन नहीं है. द रे डायग्राम्स फॉर द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ इमेज बाय अ कॉन्वेक्स मिरर फॉर दिस टू पोजीशंस ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट आर शोन इन फिगर 10.8 A and B respectively. The results are summarized in table 10.2. So this is again your most important table for convex mirror. Okay, so please remember this table very well. First, when we place object at infinite distance, this is our infinite distance, same principal axis to parallel rays are coming, and this is diverging length. So one ray will go here, one ray will go here. So when we extend here, then we will get image at point F. Okay, so at point F behind the mirror. Okay, this line is important, behind the mirror, हाईली डिमिनिश्ड, एकदम पॉइंट साइज मिलेगी छोटी सी, और एक्सटेंड करने से मिलती है मीन्स वर्चुअल एंड सीधी मिलेगी, मतलब इरेक्ट. ओके, नाउ इन सेकेंड केस बिटवीन इनफाइनाइट एंड द पोल P ऑफ द मिरर, मतलब ये इनफाइनाइट है और ये पोल P है, इन दोनों के बीच में कहीं भी आप रखो। सो हमने एक पॉइंट पे यहाँ पे रखी है AB। सो फर्स्ट रे विल बी पैरेलल टू प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस, इट विल गो लाइक हियर, एंड सेकेंड रे, yes, second ray is passed to the C, this is here, so this is directly go to the point C, but as C is the behind of that mirror, so this ray will go like this here and same way here. Okay, so in this case also we will extend it here and this ray here. So these two rays are meeting at this point, so our image will be formed as at this point. Okay, look at its position, it is between P and F. So between infinite and the pole P of the mirror, between P and F behind the mirror, this is the position. It will be very small, highly diminished and virtual and erect. आपको सीधी image मिलेगी लेकिन virtual मिलेगी. Okay, so these two cases are for our convex mirror. You have so far studied the image formation by a plane mirror, concave mirror and convex mirror. Which of these mirror will give the full image of a large object? Let us explore throughout an activity. Observe the image of a distant object, say a distant tree, in a plane mirror. Could you see a full length image? क्या आपको जो ट्री है वो ट्री की फुल इमेज मिलेगी? नो, वी कैन नॉट सी द फुल लेंथ इमेज ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट प्लेस्ड इन प्लेन मिरर. ट्री की हमको इमेज नहीं मिलेगी फुल. ट्राई विथ प्लेन मिरर्स ऑफ डिफरेंट साइजेस. डिड यू सी द एंटायर ऑब्जेक्ट in the image? So when we try the plane mirrors of different sizes, we find that the entire object in the image is seen when the size of the plane mirror is at least half of the size of the object. आपकी जो प्लेन मिरर की साइज़ है वो ऑब्जेक्ट की साइज़ से एटलीस्ट हाफ साइज़ का होना चाहिए. तो ट्री की जितनी लेंथ है अगर उससे हाफ लेंथ का आप मिरर लेके आओ हाइट का, तभी आपको उसकी पूरी इमेज मिलेगी. Repeat this activity with a concave mirror. Did the mirror show full length image of the object? No, concave mirror did not show full length image of the object. Okay, here it is a distinct tree, so it will not show full image of tree. Now try using a convex mirror. Did you succeed? Explain your observation with reason. So we are succeeding in convex mirror in seeing the full length image of an object wherever the object may be located. So the reasons of our observations are, in a plane mirror size of the image is always equal to the size of the object. So आपको आपके जो मिरर है उसकी साइज ऑब्जेक्ट जितनी रखनी पड़ेगी. Now in concave mirror, when object is between P and F, only it is enlarged, virtual and erect image is seen behind the concave mirror. So full length image of an object can be seen at that time only. But here our object is far away from the concave mirror. Distant tree मतलब दूर का ट्री है. So its full length image cannot be seen in a concave mirror itself. And now in third case, when in a convex mirror the image is always virtual. हमें image always पीछे की तरफ virtual मिलती है, erect मिलती है and smaller than the object. See this table. It is always क्या तो डिमिनिश्ड या तो डिमिनिश्ड मतलब स्मॉलर साइज और पॉइंट साइज मतलब ऑब्जेक्ट से स्मॉलर मिलती है. सो वी कैन लोकेट द फुल इमेज ऑफ अ ट्री. यू कैन सी अ फुल लेंथ ऑफ इमेज ऑफ अ टॉल बिल्डिंग और ट्री इन अ स्मॉल कॉन्वेक्स मिरर. वन सच मिरर इज फिटेड इन अ वॉल ऑफ आगरा फोर्ट फेसिंग ताज महल. इफ यू विजिट द आगरा फोर्ट, ट्राई टू ऑब्जर्व द फुल लेंथ इमेज ऑफ ताज महल. To view distinctly, you should stand suitably at the terrace adjoining at the wall. So आप लोग जो भी आगरा में ताजमहल देखने गए हो तो आप लोगों ने तो वहाँ देखा होगा कि वहाँ पे एक कॉन्वेक्स मिरर रखा है. जो मिरर तो छोटा सा है लेकिन उस मिरर में आपको पूरे ताजमहल की इमेज दिखाई देती है. ओके, नाउ लेट्स स्टडी द यूजेस ऑफ कॉन्वेक्स मिरर्स. कॉन्वेक्स मिरर्स आर द रियर व्यू मिरर्स इन व्हीकल्स. साइड ग्लासेस में these mirrors are fitted on the sides of the vehicle, enabling the driver to see traffic behind him/her to facilitate safe driving. Convex mirrors are preferred because they always give an erect, throughout diminished image. सो जो पीछे पूरी बड़ा सा ट्रक या बड़ी सी बस या बड़ा कोई भी व्हीकल होगा तो वो हमारे छोटे से मिरर में उसकी पूरी साइज़ कवर हो जाएगी, इसीलिए हम लोग कॉन्वेक्स मिरर यूज़ करते हैं। ऑल्सो दे हैव अ वाइडर फील्ड ऑफ व्यू एज दे आर कर्व्ड आउटवर्ड, और हम लोग दूर की इमेजेस देख सकते हैं ऑब्जेक्ट्स की। Thus, convex mirrors enable the driver to view much larger area than would be possible with a plane mirror. Okay, प्लेन मिरर से वो पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाता, उससे अच्छा कॉन्वेक्स मिरर से हम पीछे का लार्जर एरिया देख सकते हैं बाय यूजेस ऑफ कॉन्वेक्स मिरर। ओके, सो दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे। नाउ इन नेक्स्ट वीडियो वी विल स्टार्ट विद द टॉपिक ऑफ 10.2.3 which is sign convention for the reflection by spherical mirrors. Okay, so till then, bye bye.